All right, so you know what's exciting? You're exciting. The fact that you choose to be here is just a blessing and an honor and a privilege, and I just want to spend a little time with you. I want to talk about this cigar because I really, really, really do like this cigar. I think this cigar is one of those cigars that is without compromise. What cigar is that? That's Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Sin Compromiso, and I've got it in this little Vitoli right here, which is the, man, I should have looked at it before I turned the lights off. Selection number 4. Actually, it's one of the ones I really like for whatever reason. I usually like the bigger, larger cigars. Elefante and Cedar not so much, but all the rest. Sorry, kicking my tripod. I like the larger ones because I get to smoke longer. But for some reason, this Jimmy Jam just hits the spot right here. So I thought that, instead of me doing what I do, get my cutter. Instead of me doing what I do and doing all my research, setting up my backdrop, I set up the lights, right? I got a little red light there, a little blue light over there, a little white light there. I got my computer light. I mean, I got that thing balanced. I'll never look good, but I'll try to look balanced, right? Not that I'm stable, but I may be balanced. Anyway, I did that. I got the lighting going. I got tripod set up where I wanted it so you could kind of see my habitat. Big mess. I just wanted to feel like we were hanging out together, that we're just sitting in the studio, just chilling, smoking cigars, and kind of like I was getting ready. We're doing make believe. Let's do make believe, boys and girls. So I'm just just chilling out, and I thought I'd just let you see what goes on the inside of what I got going on when I set up to do a review, because this is pretty much the routine that I do on almost all reviews. Not all, but most. So what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll sit down, I'll get my cigar, and I'll look at it a little bit, and then I'll start thinking about any stories that would kind of fit with it, or what my script will be. I don't write much down. I used to write everything down, but now I don't. I just kind of go with it. I give myself mental props. Then I go online and I find out about the cigar. Don't read the tasting notes because I don't want that to contaminate my experience, but other than that, I find out what the blend is, maybe some interesting facts. I usually try to go to the manufacturer first because I want to put out what they put out, as long as it's honest. If I can't find from a manufacturer, because sometimes I can't, I will go to someplace like Half Wheel, Cigar Coop, Stogie Press, Cigar Dojo. If those don't have it, then I might trip over to Cigars Daily or Smoke Inn or Corona, Holtz JR. Those they usually have the press releases sent by the manufacturers. They have it there, and it gives me the information. And so I just kind of run down that line. I get that information, and I talk to you. Now you know that sometimes I don't do all that. Sometimes I'm just lazy. I just come in here and sit down and plop down, and I just make things happen, right? Or I try to make things happen. So today, I'm gonna pull you in on the behind the curtains, right? Look how messy that place is. Oh my gosh. So I went to Dunbarton's space on the communication, whatever. I got to be careful what words I say. YouTube will smack me because we cannot promote the sale or purchase of alcohol, tobacco, or nicotine, tobacco, or firearms. So, nicotine, alcohol, or firearms. If we do that, if I tell you to go to this place or go to that place, then I can get jammed up and slapped and treated badly. And so I have to be careful. Chief had to lock me down on that. A year and a half ago, we had to get rid of about 1,500 videos because I might have said something, or he might have said something, or something might have been in our text or whatever. I don't know. Poop. Anyway, this thing is smoking great. 4 minutes and 36 seconds in, I'm just telling you about the cigar. It is delicious. It is the leathers, the muted, turned to earth, the little bit of grassiness, like, I don't know, just a hint. That leather's just so good, though. There's a little cocoa running around. There's a little espresso. There's a good amount of espresso running around. But that leather's just to the front. This thing is just banging. It is. Let's look at it. So I go to the website, and I usually read their stuff. So we'll read it. Sin Compromiso without compromise is our company mantra and the guiding ethos for everything we do here at Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Now, a lot of manufacturers will come out with press releases and things that are, they seem like they're from the owner of the company. They seem like they're from whatever, and it's their Facebook page or their Instagram page. And in all reality, when they get big enough, it becomes somebody else's job. They are just ghostwriting for them. But I would believe that Steve Saka writes his own stuff. I don't think he would be willing to surrender that kind of freedom to his personal communication. I just don't believe it. So I believe that these are his writings. If he says, what he's writing, if it sounds like it's coming from him. Creating a cigar brand to manifest its expression into a tangible reality was an incredibly challenging task, as this cigar simply had to be beyond exceptional. From the cultivation of distinct and unique tobaccos to the careful working of these prized leaves to allowing only the very best torcedores to handcraft each cigar, even the box which contained these vitolas had to be extra special. In short, this cigar is the absolute best of everything. Can you hear Steve Saka? I can too. The result is a truly unique, complex cigar that is smooth yet strong at the very same time. It delivers a captivating and entrancing smoke for the experienced palate with flavors that are constantly swirling and changing from puff to puff. At its core is an inherent sweetness paired with a savory spiciness, but hidden within its layers are notes of cocoa, C-O-C-A-O, espresso, loam. I don't even know what loam is. I thought that was a green color that we put camouflage on when I was in the Marine Corps in the late 80s. And even chicory root. I spent over 3 years of meticulously crafting and tweaking this blend. As I can say without reservation, it is personally my best Liga ever. I have never experienced such an intriguing and satisfying smoke. So, does that sound like Steve Saka? Yes, it does. I can just see him sitting in the truck going, Steve Saka here. And then he just starts, right? Smoking a cigar with that mellow. He's gotten so mellow lately. I really digging it, right? Almost done. Each cigar is gently soft pressed, sleeved in Spanish cedar, and packed in beautifully crafted 13-count matte lacquered boxes. Available only at our very best select purveyors and very limited in supply. Then it goes into tasting notes. And then comes the fun part. He's the only one I know that does this, that I deal with. I deal with a lot. I don't deal with as many of the old companies, the old, Latin-themed, really old, been around forever companies. I don't deal with a lot of their stuff and their press releases. I do with some, but not much. So I don't know about them. But with most of the manufacturers I have, they say wrapper, binder, filler. Right? Steve Saka doesn't do that. He gives you an education. The wrapper is the capa, right? Capa, not like a New York cop saying, "Watch out, I'm a capa, I'm gonna get you." Right? No, it's wrapper evidently. I guess it's the top of, which makes sense. The wrapper is a Cultivo Tonto San Andres Negro. Fantastic. The capote binder, right? Not Truman Capote, but Capote the binder. Ecuador Habano Thin Ligero. Then there is the Tripa. Doesn't mean 3 all the time, but it means the filler. And this filler is independent plantation grown Nicaraguan. Now, I asked Steve one time, I asked him flat out. I said, hey, there's some manufacturers who do the plantation grown, this and that and the other. I said, does plantation grown really make a difference? Is plantation grown really something, or is it just like an advertising hook? And he goes, well, especially back in the day, Plantation is just a fancy word for farm, and so it would be a special farm. It would be super duper farm or whatever. And so it did set some expectations of greatness. Now it can be used as anything, and so it's watered down some, but some of them are still great, and it is a way to single out and to promote that tobacco. Now, Fortaleza, don't know what that word is, but it's got a little bar going up like a ramp, like the yodeler on Price is Right way back when, and it's halfway full. So I would believe Fortaleza is strength, not flavor, but strength. And it's middle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 6 out of 10. So it's right in the slap in the middle. I would say it'd probably be a 7 out of 10 myself. And then it goes through the puros, which does mean all the tobacco comes from one country, but in Central America, in Nicaragua, I believe especially, puro could just mean cigar. So don't get that mixed up. I learned that from Steve too. While watching one of his many podcasts he's been on. Then there's some pretty pictures, lots of pretty pictures, and then you can go all over the place. I like doing this on my own. Like I've got a cigar right here that was sent to me. I'm not gonna do a review of it. I may or may not do pictures, but I am gonna look it up and check out the company because I'm not familiar with the company. I'm gonna check out the company and this and that. Now I will peruse their website, whether it be on my phone or since I'm in here, I'm editing, I'll do it on the computer. But I really enjoy taking the time to get on the computer and just look at the stories. It's really neat to just gain my education a little bit. Like I know through videos and through articles and stuff like that that I like Mexican San Andreas. I do. I like broadleaf. I do. And the reason I know that is because as I'm smoking the cigar, I'm looking it up and I'm finding the blends. And one of the things that's very common in a lot of the blends that I really, really care for, there's a Mexican San Andreas or there is a broadleaf. Now, is it only Mexican San Andreas, only broadleaf that I like? No. And is there some cigars that have Mexican San Andreas and broadleaf in it that I don't like? Absolutely. But I tend to gravitate towards that. I also like the Habano. I learned that. I was surprised with that. And my palate actually dabbles about 20-30% of my palate is all over the place. There's a core of about 70% that I jump on really fast, and then the rest of it just kind of meanders and just kind of wanders. It just travels. It's eclectic, so which is cool because you can have everyone that you like and like them, or you can like everything and just keep on keeping on. So that's it. So this cigar, which has been sitting for almost 6-7 minutes without being puffed on. I love that. And I'm loving the way this I don't like the way I look, but I'm loving the vibe of the room. And part of it is because I'm having so much a hard time editing and it's taking so long for whatever reason to edit. I changed my the quality of my video, and so it makes it feel a whole lot more like personal. That 4K just takes the personal out of it. It makes you feel like you're in a movie, watching a movie. And this just feels like we're just hanging out together. And I really like that. I wish one day that we could hang out together and smoke a cigar. I promise I won't talk that much. I'll keep smoking. I'll let you talk because I want to hear about you anyway. But highly approved by Bob the Cigar Guy. Been in my top 10 list. Been in my number 1 spot a couple times. So I love it. Love you too. I'll see you later. Go check out your interwebs and your phone and stuff, and while you're smoking, do some research. Maybe you'll learn something that you want to learn. I'll see you later. I love you. I really, really do. Later, Tater.